It is December 2021, and we are in what people call an ascension process. And what is really happening is that life force, as we know life force as a rainbow spiral of magnetic light, but also magnetism, which is love in cosmic terms, is expanding in our world. Our world is much bigger than what we consider to be a world. So it is beyond the planet. The planet is part of a whole galactic world. It is a world that is a solar world. It is a world that is galactic, but also cosmic. And so this goddess spiral that is visible to those who can see, she can also be really understood as the rainbow serpent of creation. She is now fully anchoring herself in our world. This is bringing about something that we call an evolutionary quantum leap. It is because the spiral is really the spiral of time. It is also the spiral of divine feminine, and it is also the spiral of evolution itself. We are part of the spiral. You can see us here in this picture as the dots within the spiral. We are all in this web of life that is eternal, infinite, and eternally expanding. Our DNA is also structured upon the geometry of this spiral. Everything really is spiraling out from source, the arms of a galaxy. They can show us beautifully how these arms of creation actually expand through space. So in a way, for those who are not mystics, they consider creation to be a creation of time and space. For the mystics, they consider creation to be the creation of Mother as time and space as the Father. So in a way, the Father holds his arms open for the Mother to move into. And we are just moving with the Mother. This is the beginning and the end. This is the end of the age and eon, and a beginning of a new age and a new eon. I really enjoy watching the spiral spiraling because it is the Mother moving. And so that's why, for example, for many mystics, spiraling dance, you can call it shamanic dance, Sufi dance, awakened the spiral within the body herself. And I say herself because our physical body is actually a creation of Divine Mother, the ultimate Deva. This is again nothing new to the mystics. They always could perceive that all of what we would call nature has in it, in her, spirit, a soul, and that is called Deva. So we have a Deva of our physical body, whether we are a man or a woman. It is a divine feminine being, the body Deva, the goddess of the body herself. And now in December 2021, it is actually the most important work we can do is to align with the spiral of rainbow light within the body. The whole process that we are referring to as ascension is really a process of reawakening of life within the earth, around the earth, and in all of nature. That includes our physical body, that includes our physical DNA, that includes the cellular water of the body. So that's quite something magical going on. And what is really happening is the alchemy within us. The alchemy of elements, the alchemy of fire and water, and that too is happening in the earth. You can think of the earth as a being, Gaia Sophia, whatever we want to call her, Mu, and she has been asleep, just like in the fairy tale Sleeping Beauty. And when Sleeping Beauty falls asleep, the whole queendom falls asleep with her. And so when our planet kind of fell asleep through many different processes that took place, we too fell asleep with her. And what fell asleep with her is our own life force. We only had a very small percentage of our life force flowing through us. And so the mystics and the yogis that still had some kind of seeing, they could tell that something is not right. And so they developed all these methods that we would call yoga and breathing techniques and qigong and tai chi, kundalini yoga, kriya yoga. And all these were just doing one thing, awakening life force within the being. Ancient Egyptian, same story. How do we awaken the life force within? Jewish mysticism, the Kabbalah, same thing. How do we awaken life force within the body? And why? Why should we awaken life force within the body? Well, it is because the Divine Mother is within the body. And when the Divine Mother is asleep, our consciousness is asleep. And so we have been sleeping because this Divine Mother within, the goddess spiral, was actually asleep within us. And so we would be trying to bring her up, right? And so that's what we've been doing through all these different techniques that will no longer be needed. We will completely change the way we approach spirituality because we will be fully awake. The Mother will be awake in us. So what is she doing now? She is doing exactly this. She's spiraling through the earth, no longer just one pathway of the Kundalini. She wants to fill up the earth, to expand this rainbow light, and she's doing it now. She's awakening the earth herself on the physical level. So everything is becoming more energized. And also the body of the human being is being transformed to be more lucid, to be more like a light form, to be more solar, to be more diamond. So all these beautiful things that people are seeing, the plasma light, very often you would wake up in the middle of the night, right? And you can see what's coming onto you. There's a lot that's happening right now. The visualizations or whatever it is that we are seeing waves of beautiful rainbow light, golden light, and different shades of light coming into the body at night especially, and activating. And so every day you are a new body. With the new body, we also are a new consciousness. And that's why so many people are what we call awakening. And we can help. And so this is important. How do we actually assist with this awakening that is happening in our DNA, in our cells? Well, we already know that when Divine Mother came to this planet through the element of water, she brought with her the most wonderful, perfect DNA codes. And so if we can find clean waters, meaning not purified water, but ideally spring water, and drink a lot of spring water, but also to even add some sacred geometries to the water or expose your water to the sun. And so Patricia Cota-Robles has those like water activating, I don't know what they are called, coasters. You put it under your glass of water and you can activate your water with sacred geometry. So that's one way to do it. Or you can just put your water on sacred geometry. And it is just assisting this process a little more. And why is it? It is because our frequency and vibration was kind of slow. And that's what we call being asleep. When it speeds up and we become, in a way, faster within, our spirit is able to really be more attuned with multidimensional realities. Everything is actually about your own musical tone. When the tone is very slow, we feel depressed or we feel tired, right? But when we are feeling upbeat, we are really also feeling more optimistic, we are feeling more joyful, and so we are just changing our own tone. Now, we can change the tone through the physical things like drinking clean water, because it goes directly to our DNA, it goes directly to affect actually our consciousness. And so we can do something as simple as that. The same with breathing techniques. So bringing like the breath of fire and Kundalini, those are great breathing techniques and many different breathing techniques, because what do? They shift actually our vibration. And of course, the more joyful your vibration is, the more blissful your vibration is. In a way, it is the faster vibration, the more you are actually attuned to these higher dimensions. And we can have singing if you sing a song, and ideally, songs that don't have stupid words, but like singing is a beautiful way to attune yourself, your own voice, right? Like through toning is a beautiful way to raise your vibration. And really everything that we do on the physical level is helping us to experience something very magical. And that is that our physical body is actually a portal. And that within the physical body is what we can call also a wormhole that allows us to travel through time. And as you know, because this is a spiral, that is actually the expansion of time. So when we travel through other dimensions, we actually travel through time. Now, this is really interesting because once you start traveling through time, it will feel as if you are also traveling through space. And that's why we actually have just one, right, present moment and one big cosmos. And it feels like we have all these multi-dimensionalities and that are separate from each other, but actually everything is interconnected. Now, I found that when I chant Om, whether it is at night, silently in my head, focusing on my third eye, or whether it is during meditation in my head or out loud, Om allows the body to attune herself to these higher dimensional realities. And I have many fun stories to actually explain how Om can take us through so many dimensions in just one night. So for me, I have learned somehow that when I focus on my third eye from within, and I'm just focusing very still in the middle of the night between 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock, and I'm really aligned, my body is completely straight on my back. By chanting Om in the head, you actually take your etheric double out. So you slip out. There are different ways to do it, but you will find your own way. And suddenly you are walking around your bedroom in another body. And yet it is the same body that you have, but much more etheric and more like the diamond body. And this diamond body can start moving through time and space. By chanting Om, you actually keep chanting. So even though you came out of body, your new etheric body, which is still you, right? Even more sensitive. Your senses become more intense in the most beautiful way. Everything is more beautiful and the music sounds better and all of the good stuff. So even then, in the etheric body, you have a voice. And so you can start chanting Om in your etheric body. And that becomes your teleportation device. And the more you chant, the better it gets because the higher you go. And I learned that no matter where you end up, you can explore the world and see what's around, talk to the beings. But when you are done exploring one world, you can always go higher and higher by chanting Om. So imagine the power of chanting, which is your voice. Even if it is internal, it takes you through these multidimensional realities. Now, chanting Om as a group is even more powerful. Anything that we do as a group, of course, is magnified. And so we often together chant Om, right? And that is helping the whole world to be uplifted. So another great way to actually uplift your own physical body and the physical reality in which we are is chanting Om. And that's why it's so wonderful when many of us come together and we can just chant Om, even if it's just once, it really upgrades everything. So also upgrading yourself right now is really our path. Divine Mother told us that we will be working on upgrading the physical body, especially in December 2021. And we will do it as a group every day, following her guidance. Now, your body deva is your best friend, and not many people know her. And when I got to meet my body deva, it happened in 2017. She took me through a very long ancient history of who the body deva is. The body deva, and she actually likes to call herself body goddess, or the goddess of the body. She is a being that actually is kind of separate from us, as if it was the soul of the body standing in front of you. And originally she created your body to be the most perfect vehicle, completely sustained by life force, absolutely impeccable. And, through devolution and all the tweaking that happened on this planet and through the unconsciousness, the body itself had to actually take on a lot of dysfunction, but that was never the intent of the Body Deva. Now, the Body Deva is a being that I do recommend getting familiar with, and you can call her to yourself and start having a very honest conversation about how we have been using the body. And, maybe we've been using the body the way that it was aligned with her highest intention. And maybe sometimes we have not been using the body as it is aligned with her. So she will teach us. The Body Deva has a lot to teach about actually being in the physical body. And her recommendations sometimes might surprise you, because she is definitely a being of nature. And so being natural and aligning ourselves with nature is the way of the mother. It is the way of the Body Deva as well. Today, we will do an activation together, which will be really helping us to get in touch with this amazing being of nature. She told me that in this physical reality, we often, call guides to us, but she said, in a physical reality, your best guide is your Body Deva, because she is a being of nature, from nature, and she is a being of the earth. And so she belongs into the body of Mother, that is here, planet Earth. They are completely connected. And of course, all the Devas came from the same being. They all came from the being that we call the cosmic Mother Nature in this world. And so whatever questions you may have about, how to eat, how to sleep, how to move, what to drink, how to breathe, the Body Deva is your best physical guide. She knows all the answers. So I do recommend, even if you might not see her, to at least start communicating with her. But also I found that just asking her, let's say that you really don't see her or feel her, then even if you, let's say, have tarot cards or angel cards or whatever cards, you can ask your Body Deva to use your hand, which is your physical tool, right, to actually pull a card for you and give you a message that way. So that's one, very simple way to get a message, because she's physical. Her response will be a physical thing. So she feels the frequency of things. And so the next few really days and weeks in December, this is going to be what we as a collective actually on planet Earth are experiencing. We are experiencing the return of life force that some call Kundalini. And she is actually the evolutionary, spiritual, but so physical energy within us. For beings that we call awakened and enlightened that we've known in this world, I'm just going to mention the ones that I know. So Yogananda, Babaji, Sri Yukteswar, Sri Kalashvar, Sadhguru, and then we have people like Eckhart Tolle. Those all, and then one of my favorite German healer, Bruno Gröning. All these people, and of course we want to mention some women, Ananda Mai. So all of these beings had fully awakened spiral of a rainbow light within them. And again, in New Age spirituality, we call it Kundalini. But they personally, I think, never would call it Kundalini. It is the awakening of consciousness that is life force within the physical body, activating actually all levels of the being, where the being fully activates all the levels. And that's what's really interesting you would find about these beings also, that I do believe that actually none of them, or very few of them, had physical sex. And that is because they would take this amazing energy and pull it all the way up. And that is mainly for beings who are in a male body, using this energy to be fully enlightened and awake. But I think for women, knowing Divine Mother, it's this orgasmic energy, which is her, also is orgasmic energy that has nothing to do with sex for her. It is true nature of being is orgasmic. So when we are fully ignited, fully activated, which is what's happening to us now, we actually become 100% what we would call orgasmic, ecstatic, aroused for life. We actually become alive for life.